Welcome back to the channel, brothers and sisters. Throughout history, God has used specific moments in time to completely alter the course of human history. Today, we are diving deep into July 13th, a day packed with immense spiritual warfare, heroic virtue, and heavenly warnings. In this video, we'll explore three massive Catholic events that happened on this exact date: the terrifying and prophetic third apparition of Our Lady of Fatima, the inspiring feast day of the holy ruler Saint Henry II, and the remarkable life of Italy's youngest foundational mystic, Saint Clelia Barbieri. Let's uncover the deep lessons these events have for our faith today. On July 13th, 1917, the most intense and prophetic of the Fatima apparitions took place in the fields of Cova da Iria, Portugal. The Blessed Virgin Mary appeared for the third time to three young shepherd children, Lucia, Jacinta, and Francisco. During this specific visit, Mary revealed what would become known as the famous Three Secrets of Fatima. The first phase of this revelation was a terrifying, vivid vision of hell. The children saw a vast sea of fire beneath the earth, filled with blackened, burning souls and demons floating in the conflagration. It shook the young seers to their core. However, Our Lady did not leave them in fear. She provided a direct antidote for the salvation of souls, revealing that God wished to establish devotion to her Immaculate Heart across the world. She warned that if humanity did not cease offending God, a worse war, World War II, would break out during the pontificate of Pope Pius XI, and she specifically predicted the rise and errors of Soviet Russia. To combat these evils, Mary commanded the daily recitation of the Rosary for world peace and gave the children a new prayer to be recited after every decade. "O my Jesus, forgive us our sins, save us from the fires of hell, lead all souls to heaven, especially those in most need of thy mercy." This event remains a foundational pillar of modern Catholic prophecy and Marian devotion. July 13th marks the liturgical feast day of Saint Henry II, the only Holy Roman Emperor to ever be formally canonized as a saint. Born into royalty in 972, Henry succeeded his father as the Duke of Bavaria and was eventually crowned emperor by Pope Benedict VIII in Rome in 1014. Navigating the treacherous waters of medieval politics, continuous military conflicts, and court intrigues, Henry stood out because he chose to serve the eternal king above his earthly throne. Alongside his equally holy wife, Saint Cunegund, Henry used his vast imperial wealth, power, and influence not for personal vanity, but to build up the Catholic Church. He established the Diocese of Bamberg, founded numerous monasteries, and endowed churches across the empire. Henry was renowned for his deep prayer life, often testifying that he saw angels and holy martyrs defending his armies in battle. He fought to bring pagan nations, like Hungary, to the Christian faith through peaceful alliance rather than brutal subjugation. Even when he faced the temptation to abandon his heavy secular duties to become a simple monk, he recognized that his true calling was to sanctify the political sphere. He died in 1024, leaving behind a legacy showing that true nobility lies in humility before God. July 13th is also the feast day celebrating the heavenly departure of Saint Clelia Barbieri, a brilliant light of charity who died in 1870 at the incredibly young age of 23. Born into poverty near Bologna, Italy, Clelia faced intense hardships early in life, including losing her father to a devastating cholera epidemic when she was only 8 years old. Rather than collapsing under grief or bitterness, Clelia fell deeply in love with the Lord. She joined a group known as the Christian Catechism Workers, completely revitalizing the local community by pouring her energy into teaching the faith to the poor and forgotten. At just 21 years old, she and 3 companions founded a community that would later become the Little Sisters of the Sorrowful Mother, making her the youngest foundress of a religious congregation in Catholic history. Clelia lived a life of intense mystical prayer, extraordinary humility, and profound physical suffering due to tuberculosis. Though she died remarkably young, her presence never left her sisters. Just 1 year after her death, during a community prayer, her voice miraculously joined the sisters in a clear, resonant chant, a Eucharistic miracle of voice that has recurred frequently over the decades in her congregation. Thank you so much for watching today's video. If these incredible historical events stirred your faith or taught you something new, please take a second to like this video, comment down below with your favorite story, and share it with a friend who needs a spiritual boost today. Your engagement helps us spread the beauty of the Catholic faith to more souls across the internet. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an upload. God bless you, and remember, Our Lady is always guiding us closer to her Son.